cool down exercise and a warm up.
I agree.
Yeah. It's like dribbling a basketball. Just think of it like that.
Yeah, Jordan.
I gave it 90%. Okay, maybe 80%.
You did the basic bit.
I can do that. Yeah, that's about it.
The next step is the behind the back. Just like in basketball.
I don't know if that guy's really gonna get charged. I mean, I don't see how a murder charge is gonna stick. But this guy,
What are you talking about?
Roger Sparks, you guys talking to you about earlier.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how that charge is gonna stick. I can see the hate crime stick, but also murder, I don't think intent to murder.
When did it happen?
This week. This week.
And you said.
When did Steve bring the kids? That I wasn't here. That was Wednesday, right?
Yeah, I think so.
It happened Wednesday.
So
Yeah, I asked my cops if he was in Clark Street, right?
Yeah, it's Clark Street.
Got fired.
Yeah, I heard of it.
Yeah, it was
They
maybe
did die in the fire.
wherever the China Hut is. I think that's like Monk.
Yeah, 7,200.
Yeah.
Apparently.
somebody knows the guy that died.
See?
Oh, she knows him.
Yeah, her best friend, one of her best friends. That was her uncle. They were all close.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I heard of it.
She's best friend's uncle.
One of her best friends' uncle. Yeah. Like they were all close. She was close with him and everything.
He was in his 50s.
Yeah. And so was the other.
I think that's something to learn from, you know?
I mean,
Yeah. I mean, just like, even in his right in this area, it's really relevant to the training, you know?
but even just that word, that's, I mean, I guess I'm a hip hop head. You know
Well,
what
how
I mean?
did he know?
Or how did the officials know? The girl probably said, right?
There were witnesses there.
Oh, there
Well,
were
what they
witnesses.
do is they always get the most charges possible,
Yeah.
and just because they might charge him with 9 different things and they might get one.
So might try to a lesser charge or something.
Yeah, because that's just how it goes. Like,
Win
you
for the
always,
prosecutors.
you always try to get the most charges possible. But that's why people have to be careful with that word when you're committing a crime,
Yeah.
because it turns into hate. Like even graffiti.
Yeah.
Like if you put graffiti and use those types of words,
Yeah.
it becomes a very serious crime.
I was.
Especially at the school, you know? If you do it like in school grounds and you use those words.
Pretty should teach a class on how to commit crimes right.
I used to
do it right.
like
Do it ethically.
when I was younger, I was safe. And when I say younger, I mean like even into my 20s. And I was with a client one day. These doctors downtown, and one of the daughters. And my brother Perry called me. We were joking, and I almost said it like in front of her.
Oh yeah.
And because she was here. So then when I got off the phone, she was like, "Were you about to say that?" And I was like, yeah. And she was like, she just shook her head at me, and I felt like, but it's like I didn't say it because at that time it's like even her parents were like had went to jail and stuff like that, for black people's rights.
Oh yeah.
And things like that. That's how her parents met. They got arrested in that city.
Oh yeah.
And I just started thinking about it, and I was like, man, like, how is that a term of endearment against black people? That's like, take it out your vocabulary.
Was that when it hit you?
That's when it hit me.
Yeah.
That's when it hit me, and then it was like also like because I was always careful not to say it around anybody who wasn't black.
That was before you had kids?
Oh yeah, definitely. Now, and then I would start to pay attention to other things. Like, I think it was hard at first though because I'm so much of a hip hop. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Rap is.
Wait, so you said you tried to say it around before, like try not to say it around people who weren't black?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Because I never wanted someone who wasn't black to say it back to me. I think it was okay. I didn't have a problem. But then I felt like it was even worse if somebody don't know if you remember him by the name of Chameleonaire.
Yeah.
And
He's a softie.
yeah, but he would like tour, and his DJ just like him singing. And anytime they would go, like, you know, there's like a mixed audience. But like, say he went to like Europe, it was, you know, primarily non-black people.
Yes.
And every time he would rap, if he would say that word, his DJ would turn his mic off. So
Wow.
it was like he felt like the crowd was saying it back to him. And he didn't. So he's
Because they knew the song. They were
right. They were just rapping along with the song. You know what I mean?
And then.
But so he
You guys are
was rapping
racist.
at each other, you know, and then his DJ would cut the mic off every time he would say that, and then he was like, all right, man, I get it. You know what I mean? Like, so.
Oh wow.
But there's a lot of.
Wait, so it encouraged him not to say it?
Encouraged him not to say it. Encouraged him not to say it. And then from that time on, you know, I never said it again. Me and my brother kind of came to the conclusion at the same time. I don't know how he came to his, but you know.
How old is your brother?
Well, there was a campaign going around saying that we shouldn't use that word.
I didn't know. We're best friends, bros. So we're the same age. He's 39.
But have you seen the movie The Butler?
Not yet.
You should see that.
Bring Kleenex.
Yeah.
I
See that?
saw.
Like there's a bit like half the movie is about the Freedom Riders.
Yeah.
So it's just like what you're talking about.
I mean, it's hard when you love rap. I mean, it's like, but then even before
You can't
that,
rap without saying that word.
you know what I'm saying? It's like,
Come on.
it's like,
We know Freddie.
Creativity.
Hang on,
It's
Freddie
like-
can probably say
It's like
that word.
creativity. I think artists,
yeah,
like if they say it the right way, I mean, it's part of their creativity.
yeah.
But just like the everyday person who's not an artist,
Yeah.
just saying it is different, you know?
It's just like, I don't like a lot of like songs with cursing, but then Tupac curses more than anybody on this earth. But
Yeah.
whenever he curses, it's not like to me he's cursing. It's like he's
Yeah.
expressing himself. He's communicating.
Well,
You know, but-
like I grew up on you know that really good old school rap, you know, Tupac, Bone Thugs, and Dr. Dre, Busta Rhymes, and some of my favorite songs. Right in the chorus, there's cuss words,
Right.
but I never could sing it because I never cussed. So if I'm like singing in the car and stuff, and, you know, I would just skip over it. It's just
Yeah.
weird.
You're like the office space.
Hard in the car.
To the construction workers start
Yeah, he knew this sounds better than me.
But I think there's like, just like with anybody, there are people who, like Freddie, I think you hit it, like there's some people who, they rap but you don't consider them artists.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Pac was an artist, Biggie was an artist, you know,
Yeah.
but just anybody rapping, I'm not trying to
I mean, because the thing
Rick
is,
Ross,
the thing is like, what it'll lead to is just basically censoring profanity. Because you could say, oh, don't ever say the F word. And that's, but you know, like people like Chris Rock, I like this comedian a lot. He swears a lot.
Yeah.
And without the swearing, it's not the same.
Yeah.
You know, like the profanity, like I think it represents like our freedom of expression. You take that away, that hurts us more than we get anything out of it.
Like tonight, C wants to take it to a comedy show, right?
We are going to one.
Where you want to see?
Jim Gaffigan.
Well, you're going to one too?
Yeah.
We're
Cat Williams.
You're going to Cat Williams?
This dude.
That's
I don't know.
like a $120 ticket, right?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna stomach this dude, man. He's like, I don't know if he knows any other. I don't know if he knows any words that aren't curse words that aren't, you know, the N word that aren't, you know.
Cat Williams are one of my favorites.
Yeah, a lot of people like him.
I love his coming out music.
Every damn hustle. Yeah.
But I think it is a big thing, like where like someone like Dave Chappelle, he would use like all sorts of stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But that's coming from his own race. He's just poking fun at himself.
Yeah.
But if it's coming from a different race, it's gonna hurt. You know, you can't. It's not acceptable.
It's true.
But it's like making fun of yourself. And if you can't do that, like then where's the humor?
Yeah, George Lopez and Gabriel Iglesias does that too on the Hispanic side.
Yeah, I mean, I think the race thing is
Making
important, but it's
fun of
like,
their own race.
just making fun of it.
Russell Peters makes fun of Indians.
I mean, like the comedians, they have to swear in order, in a way of freedom of expression, and I see like artists, like rap artists too.
Yeah, I mean, like, you get Jay-Z, and he's like, I say the word because I'm taking the power away from you. I don't know, like,
The N-word?
yeah, but then you got Oprah, who's like, I'm not gonna say it, I'm not gonna empower them. I think that there's a certain education that has to come with it.
But you can't compare like Tupac and Oprah. It's absolutely, like she's like representing like Barack Obama, and then like you come to somebody from the streets, you can't.
So is Jay-Z.
Say again?
But so is Jay-Z.
Think so?
Yeah. He's campaign, all the stuff he says in his songs about it.
Yeah.
But
I'm saying
But
like
they're
rap
coming
comes
from
from the
different
streets
audiences.
though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like telling somebody out there, oh, you can't rob. I mean, that's the streets. I mean, that's part of the lifestyle. I mean, they do crime, so you can't tell them not to swear. That's part of everything that they do.
Yeah.
So
I heard like the amazing thing about Jay-Z is like through all his riches, like all these years that made all this money, he still keeps his lyrics and rap at like grassroots level. He still keeps it like he raps like he's not a billionaire, like he can relate to the young kid on the street. That's why I don't like it's like I heard a rapper talk like that's why it's amazing how you always come up with fresh stuff that people like when you've already made it. Where's your motivation after you have everything you want? You have to have Beyonce. Well, you have her. You're not losing her. You're married to her. You got that.
But then sometimes people could think of it as fake because you're rapping about all the street stuff. You're like rich as hell.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you rapping about? Selling drugs?
Yeah,
or whatever.
but you don't want to hear about anything that's real to him because nobody can relate to that.
But that's what I'm saying. Then they say he's fake. Like he's fake. He's like somebody from the suburbs acting like he almost got killed. But then he's like living in like a luxury home.
But he didn't come from that. He'll like begins where you come from. People know he's like he made himself.
I mean, I get you. Like, 'cause after a lot of rappers' first few albums, it's not raw anymore. But
It doesn't change.
Like the Subway
They
rap?
got more money. It doesn't really.
Like the CTA rappers, that's real. I mean, you're in the red line, watching people come rapping, nobody cares, nobody's looking. That's real stuff.
No, but it's like rapping about prison when you've never even been there.
Oh yeah.
But if you've been to prison, say again?
Like Rick Ross.
It's like, but I'm just saying like.
Rick Ross was in prison.
Yeah, but he was
He was the CO, right?
He's a correctional officer.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like kind of like you live in America all your life and then you're rapping about living in China. You never even been there.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like I think a lot of it is like your experiences in life, and if you really experience struggle in life, I don't think you can really like pretend like you did experience something when you really didn't. Like just like if you never experienced love, how are you supposed to make a song about it if you never even experienced it?
True.
Alright, Freddie, this is the perfect time to go into your rap. Do it the correct way, we've been talking about it, it's okay. We're ready.
Freddie raps about his struggle. Like being a small business owner of 5 kids.
I think a lot of it is needing guidance. Like there's a lot you should have a lot of exposure to whatever, but you need someone to tell you. I guess it should be your father or somebody, it's your mother or somebody.
Well, when it's okay to say the N-word, when it's not.
When it's, I guess just in everything. I mean, like, I don't want anybody saying that to my son. Like if I had somebody come over,
Like his friend?
yeah. My friends, your friend. I mean, this is not going to be an altercation. It's just going to be like, nah, that's.
What about the crosses and generations? Like your son walks across like an old Vietnam veteran on the street, and he's talking with his friends, and commonly saying that and exchanging when that elder is kind of offended, and then he shakes his head like, man,
See, I would never correct somebody for saying it in general.
Yeah.
But if there's like, hey, what's up, Ma? I'd be like, no, nobody's. You know what I mean?
Well, that's
I would do it like that.
That's an attitude thing, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't. But I wouldn't. I mean, I understand they're not coming from a bad place.
Charlie's Angels. No.
Yeah.
What about the NFL? NFL?
Yeah. I mean,
of course, you know that they're gonna throw a flag if people say. Did I tell you that?
Yes.
Do you know that, Freddie? What? In the NFL this coming season, it's gonna be flag, 10-yard penalty for saying the N-word on the field.
Really?
Yeah.
but you can't control the world. I'm
It's
just
kind
saying,
of weird,
people in
isn't
your
it?
circle.
Because a bunch of old white guys in the front office decided that.
Like,
Man.
it's just like if you're
But,
choosing
but you know what? I think it might make it worse though. Because then they know like exactly what button to push to set you up.
Oh, and
They
know
can never-
who
they can
says
never
it,
put you in
know,
jail
it's
for
not like
that.
white guys.
Yeah.
They can't. So somebody on the streets, you're not working with the guy. They just say to you, and then you explode and then you kill them,
more than white people.
and then you kill them. Like they know how to. It's like almost like a form of control. It's like say if I know that if I make fun of David's like socks that he's gonna kill me, then you have control of him. Like you just know like what to set him off. I don't think that's a good thing.
Oh, speaking of which, there's something funny. He's like, we just get stopped by the cops, Gabriel Iglesias. He's like, just say something funny, just throw him off. Son, do you know why I pulled you over? He's like, 'cause I'm black! Big fat Gabriel Iglesias. Then the cop just started laughing.
Well, it's just something to think about. Like you said, Sifu, that guy's faced with a hate crime, and he probably didn't mean it like that. It's just like, I mean, when you're mad at somebody, you're not saying, you're thinking of the most hurtful thing to say. You know what I mean? You don't really mean like, it's like you cut me off in traffic. Hey man, you think of, you only have a few seconds. You know what I mean? So you're trying to get it in.
Yeah, but he's a white guy.
Yeah.
Like,
No, but you know what? I think
I'm trying to talk to a 13-year-old. If I'm as mad as can be, I'm still not gonna say that. It's like if I'm really drunk, just like Riley Cooper, I wouldn't say that if I'm drunk. It depends on the person. I'm just saying it depends on the person.
But that's how they bring the law in to protect that is if they're committing a crime and they say it, it makes the crime worse. But if they just say it and they don't do anything, it's not a crime. So basically, it's just like the law is basically protecting, like racism. So I mean, like it's protecting.
Yeah, I mean that's in simple terms. That's true.
Like basically, it's like it's almost to the minority's benefit that is against the law. That if they commit a crime, they say it makes it worse.
Hate crimes aren't even that they're pretty new, right? Like recent decade or so. I was surprised how long it took to like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day to become a holiday. I thought